Hi, I'm Rachel Nussbaum from the OTC Markets Corporate Services team. I'm joined here today by Kim Rivers, CEO of Trulieve, which trades on our OTCQX Best Market under TCNNF. Welcome, Kim.
Thanks so much.
So Trulieve is the first and largest fully licensed medical cannabis company in the state of Florida. Yep. Can you expand on the inspiration behind its origin as well as the company's focus?
Yeah, so, we got our license back in 2015 in the state of Florida. We were one of the original applicants there. And as you mentioned, we were first to market in Florida. And really, when we thought about the opportunity in the cannabis industry at the time, my partners and I had spent a lot of time doing diligence and really traveling around the country, looking at not only the different ways of doing business and approaches, but also the market opportunity. And while, MSOs were just kind of starting out at that time, and we said, okay, well, this is really interesting, but Florida is such a unique opportunity because, one, we've got such a diverse demographic, and from a population standpoint, it's the third largest population in the state, in the country rather. And so we said, instead of trying to go all over at one time, what if we take instead a different approach and really focus on building scale and market penetration in one state. And so we decided to do that, and of course it's proven to be quite a fantastic model, and it's enabled us to learn a lot of lessons along the way about one, first and foremost, building a customer relatable brand experience, and what we need to do and how we need to operate as a company throughout the supply chain to really give that best-in-class customer experience. And we say that we focus definitely on the operations part of being an MSO, as opposed to, again, being kind of this multi-state aggregator and having, a shallow footprint in a lot of markets, really going deep and showing, folks what it's like to really penetrate and resonate with customers.
So how does that kind of take on what Trulieve's future plans are?
Yeah.
And in addition to that, you guys are cross-trading on the CSE as well as OTCQX. So with your future plans in mind, how does leveraging the capital markets, expand on your offerings of the U.S. customers and the investor base as well as the future?
Yeah, so I think that, when we talk about, really, again, going back to that whole customer-focused brand building philosophy, you'll see moves from us that, again, are a little different than our peer group. And so when we look to expand into a market, so for example, Massachusetts is a market that we're expanding into, we're looking at how do we approach that regulatory system in a way that we can get the best and most thorough brand penetration. And so in Massachusetts, it's very different than Florida in that you're limited on retail. And so, we're looking at Massachusetts as, okay, how can we then get our products into as many customers' hands? And so we're launching a wholesale strategy in Massachusetts with that same customer-first mentality, which has been lacking. It certainly we believe was lacking on the retail front, but we think that also there's a huge opportunity on the wholesale front as well. When we're looking outside of kind of our current footprint and we're thinking about M&A, for example, we're looking at it again also a little bit differently. So oftentimes you hear folks say, okay, well, what states are you interested in, or what markets are you interested in, which is very important from a regulatory and understanding what the opportunity is in that market. But to us, what's equally and in some cases more important than that is, what are the companies out there that we want to do business with? Who will our potential partners be? Because we don't believe that this is a short-term flash in the pan, business. We believe in building long-term value for our shareholders. We believe in building long-term relationships with our customers. And so we're looking at potential partners as, okay, who out there shares our mentality and shares our philosophy? Who can we who's shown operational excellence in their particular market? Who's shown that they understand how to operate a business, and that they understand what being profitable looks like, and they understand what disciplined growth looks like. And so those are really the conversations that we have when we're looking at expansion. And again, our whole concept centers around building a customer-focused brand throughout the U.S. And so when we think about the capital markets, to answer the second part of your question, we're really thinking about what are the tools that are available to us to help fuel growth in a responsible manner. And so as you probably know, we're one of the more, we like to say, financially disciplined companies in the sector. We have not accessed the capital markets to cover operational expenses. We will not be doing that. But we do understand that it is important to have the ability to have, certainly a capital market structure so that when we are ready to do a transaction, we have that currency available to utilize moving forward. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are on a great path. I want to thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks so much.
We really appreciate you guys being on OTCQX, and I think that cannabis as an industry is really expanding, and it's become a big part of our QX market.
Yeah.
And we look forward to watching you guys succeed in the future.
Oh, thanks so much, and we appreciate having the opportunity to be listed on OTCQX. So
Absolutely.
thanks. Yep.